A Swedish explorer known for his interest in environmental and climate-related issues has launched his most ambitious expedition yet, trekking, biking, skiing and sailing from the North Pole to the South Pole. Johan Ernst Nilsson, taking a break now to visit Manhattan, joins us in our studio to tell us more about the expedition he calls Climate Neutral Pole to Pole. Why climate neutral?
I think it's important to work climate neutral as much as you can. I think that we are actually we have to be proactive because we have a world to take care of for our children. So I think it's very important to be climate neutral.
By climate neutral, you're using your feet and the wind and the sun basically to get from pole to pole, right?
Yeah, I'm actually trying to be as climate neutral as possible. So I'm using skis, I'm using kite sailing, walking, dog sled.
Kite sailing?
Yeah, kite sailing over Antarctica. Yeah.
Did you do that in the North Pole as well, or did you just start on skis
Yeah, I
there?
did a little bit. I've been crossing Greenland also, kite surfing.
Kite surfing. Now, you started on April 6th on skis at the North Pole, correct?
Yeah.
Why did you pick that date?
Well, of course, it's the big date of Peary reaching the North Pole, so that's kind of one of my biggest heroes.
About 102 years ago, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
I mean, Peary and Amundsen and that travel was inspiring me a lot.
Now, who's this? Where are you
that's
going?
me, and well, of course,
that wasn't the North Pole.
No, that was the Papua New Guinea area.
And this bear, was that you had a bit of an adventure on your?
Yeah, he was chasing me in Canada. But I was faster. That's why I'm here.
What were you using for propulsion when the bear was chasing you? You had a bike?
I had a bike, and they told me not to run if I saw a bear, but I won't stay and ask him if it's dangerous or not. So I just took off.
Well, you've had frostbite. You've been chased by a bear. You've fallen through the ice, right?
Yeah.
And had a terrible time getting out of the ice, the freezing water.
Yeah, that was pretty
exciting
scary.
enough for you yet?
It's starting to get exciting.
Why did you decide to launch this expedition?
I think I work a lot with organizations from all over the world, so I'm trying to highlight their work. So that's a good way to also see the world, to travel from the North Pole to the South Pole, and see the climate change, see the global warming, see the nature, and also to highlight it in books and DVDs and films after this expedition is through.
Have you seen evidence of climate change?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I was about to go to Greenland first, but there was no ice left. So I had to turn around and then go all the way down over to Canada instead.
And what brings you to New York tonight?
I'm going to meet with the Clinton Foundation tomorrow. I'm going to meet with some organizations like UNICEF and some others. So that's one of the reasons why I'm here, to meet with organizations from all over the world.
Then you fly back to Vancouver.
Fly back and then continue with the bike again.
And back on the bike.
Yeah, if it feels good to take 2-3 days not biking, you know.
Down through Central America, South America. What's the plan when you get to the South Pole? How are you going to traverse the Antarctica ice cap?
Well, I'm going to be using kite, so 2,200 kilometers of kite surfing all the way down to the South Pole.
And people, I think, can follow you, can't they?
They can follow me on my poletopole.net website, but also I will be twittering, and it's really different from like Amundsen and Peary like 100 years ago today with technology. It's both really interesting, but also, I mean, it can be much more safe also.
And this is the first of a kind. Nobody's ever done this before, has it?
No, nobody's ever done it before.
Pole like that.
No.
Yeah. Well, if nothing else, you're getting a great tan.
Thanks a lot. That's from the North Pole.
Okay. Johan, thanks.